Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Here's the former Florida Gator Eddie Pinheiro to get us started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 of the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
Mahomes not wasting time. He'll throw. This will be caught by Brown. Down the right sideline. Hollywood Brown. And finally wrestled down at the 11. A huge play there right off the bat. 65 yards.
No wasting any time here before hitting on a big play. And that was something this defense talked about having to guard against. Not giving up big plays in the passing game. But here's one on the opening drive of the contest.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run out of the gun with Pacheco. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose one or two. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Now here's Mahomes. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Isaiah Pacheco. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Chiefs need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. Now Patrick going to change the play. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Chiefs 7, 49ers 0. Harrison Butker to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own. line.
Purdy going to lead the 49ers to the line. 1st and 10 at their own 23. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on 1st down. Purdy going to give it to Glendo. And And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. From the 48-yard line, here's second down and 5.
Brings up second and 5.
Play action. Now Purdy. And the Chiefs are going to get him. George Karlaftis just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. 3rd and 12.
Yellow. Here we go, boy. Left, left. Yellow.
Throwing here, Purdy. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Ricky Pearsall, 58 yards. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7.
Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Kansas City Chiefs. First down. A gain of 9 yards. First down, Chiefs.
On 1st and 10, here's Pacheco. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
These two teams all tied after 1. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. As they've got it 2nd down and 11. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
At the 18-yard line.
18. Yellow. Here we go. Yellow.
Here's Purdy. And he holds it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Touchdown.
Ricky Pearsall. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers have now taken the lead.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And that makes the score 14-7.
Chiefs 7. Eddie Piñeiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
And the first down, Chiefs.
Yellow.
On first down, they go back to Pacheco.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's Pacheco once again.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's 3rd and 3.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 3rd down and 3.
Mahomes going to change things up.
Yellow. Hey, yellow. Hey, go going.
They'll try for the first with Pacheco.
That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. The defense stiffens to force 4th down following that first down gain of 8. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Mahomes throwing on 4th. He'll try to do it himself. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Yellow. Go ahead. Hang around, sir.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
And the 49er first down.
Outside.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Purdy.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done.
16 yards. That's another 49er first down.
Here we go.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Over here. Up.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. A solid move on the run, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. Down at the 2. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Here we go. 18. Watch out.
Back to throw, Purdy.
And this is incomplete.
I can assure you, setting up a screen is much more difficult than it appears. It requires excellent timing from everyone on the offense, and a defense's #1 goal is to throw that timing off.
18. Watch out.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal.
Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
Eddie Pinheiro on now.
From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out, had to force the field goal.
1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Deommodore Lenoir.
And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Intercepted. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And Purdy, he's going to shift them around into something else.
Here we go. Yellow. 18!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. This one caught by Kittle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as he'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 18! Watch out! Up.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
He is taken down at the 22-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 8.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get the quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Touchdown 49ers! Brandon Ayuk from 21 yards away. And the 49ers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Pinheiro's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's 2nd and 10.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Yellow. Hey, rip lift.
Working from the gun, Mahomes.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play.
And this is 3rd down.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Now Mahomes. He's going deep for Brown.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
There are not many times where you might say it's a detriment to have a quarterback with a cannon for an arm, but this might be one of those few times. He just laid that one out there a bit too far, and his receiver couldn't run under it.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Harrison Butker in a kickoff for Kansas City.
It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. On the return is Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
now they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
Purdy now to throw.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 26-yard line.
Purdy looking to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Picked up by Nick Bolton. And the Chiefs force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
43, 15.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Attack!
Throwing now is Mahomes. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Shotgun snap to Mahomes.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes.
He'll try to do it himself.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And that will force a turnover on downs.
Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And this is caught. Jennings. And he got it inside the 10 at the 8. That puts him in excellent position, first and goal after a gain of 19.
That's a big league job there, getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up first and goal.
Back to throw. Purdy. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal.
18, watch out! Yellow. Yellow. Up.
Looking to throw. Purdy. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers.
Ricky Pearsall.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Niners are able to add on to that lead.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And the lead is now 24.
Makes the score Niners 31, Chiefs 7. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Well, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
Mahomes now to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That could have been a huge play, but give the defender credit. Stayed calm, stayed collected, and kept himself in a position to make a play on the ball without a penalty.
Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to air one out. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. He's going to let it go again. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Purdy now to throw off the play action.
This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild, and here's another completion for good yardage.
They'll look to throw now on first down.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time.
Here we go, here we go.
To throw on second and 10.
Purdy. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Again, it's Purdy to throw it. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And outbounds right around the 20. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for fourth down.
That was a heck of an effort to stop him just short of the marker, but now they're going to need another big play on fourth down on defense, I believe, because offensively, they went from third and long to now it's a go situation here on 4th and inches.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll try and run for it. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Operating from the gun, Purdy. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. A give running left now, Gurindo. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Go ahead. Yellow.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's complete out left to Ayuk. They'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Watch out! Yellow.
Throwing here, Purdy. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Second and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
From the gun on third down, Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Mahomes going to throw. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. He's got a man, complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Marquise Brown, 77 yards. And the Chiefs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. That's a tough combination to defend. You know Patrick Mahomes has the big arm, and he's got the elusiveness and the speed. So even though you force him from the pocket, he's still dangerous.
Bad idea, in my opinion, to force him from the pocket. Do everything possible to hem him in and make him make the throws from right there in the center of it. And
he's got it. So they convert the two. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a two-score game. Two scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the 49er hands team does its job. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
23 yards on the play.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the fourth, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
Purdy will set up to throw it here.
And it's caught. Touchdown. George Kittle, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the 49ers have put this one to bed here in the fourth quarter. So that drive there, CD, a good response, and that might be the one that gets them to the finish line, a comfortable lead.
Yeah, and that's all about not letting the team back into a game, because they just gave up a touchdown. It was back to a two-score game, and anything can happen in that situation. But instead, they came through with a really terrific drive right there that ended in 6. So you like to slam the door on teams? In this case, they're trying to lock it as well.
And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
It's Kelsey on the ground, and he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Here's Mahomes to throw. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
That's good for a Kansas City Chiefs. First down.
Now here's Mahomes. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
And the Niners are going to get the football back at their own 17.
This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Connects with Kittle underneath. It'll be a gain of 5. And that will bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Now Purdy. Now he's going to step up and run.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
That is caught. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way, it worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Left sideline, a dime, and it looks like he's got it. 12 more yards there and another first down.
And that's how you throw for a whole heap of yards in the game. You get efforts like that from your receivers. How about him laying out for that catch?
Yeah, excellent. Makes the quarterback look a whole lot better. So the victory here for San Francisco, and I think you'd have to label this an upset. Yes, they were at home, but still an upset. They got the job done.
Yeah, even being at home was not enough for people to think they were going to pull this one off. But give them credit for playing not just a smart football game, but one where they were going to be physical about the whole thing. They put up their fists and said, let's fight, and showed their crowd that they were into this one.
And then that's the thing, the crowd responded. They were really good in this game.
Yeah, they were not going to be pushed around. They were not going to be intimidated. They refused to back down and came away with a victory.
So that'll just about do it for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. The 49ers get the win here at home as we say so long from Santa Clara. We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.
Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the San Francisco 49ers.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Santa Clara. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You're not. 18, watch out. Here we go, here we go.
First play, and Purdy wants to throw it. Open man is Jerome Jennings.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
With a start here to the ball game, you get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at deficit before they know what hit them.
Get set, get set. 18, 18, here we go. Here we go, boys. Yellow. Here we go, here we go.
Oh, the motion comes too late. And this is going to be a delay.
Of course, that flag accepted, and it backs the ball up 5 yards.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Outside. 18, watch out. Here we go. Yellow. Up.
Back to throw, Purdy. He'll get this out.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Eagles. The 20. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown.
Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott.
Now Hurts changing up the play. And now they'll audible to something else.
He's got it, and the Eagles lead at 7-zip. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Isaac Dorando on the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
They go play action here. Purdy connecting here with Christian McCaffrey.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Nice little nifty play for him there. Yeah, that's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backs out of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice 1st down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on 1st down.
Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Pass caught by Pearsall.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know, as a defender, it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Purdy now to throw.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
They'll try the middle with Gurindo.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Get set, get set. Can't. On 18. Yellow.
Purdy off the play fake.
Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Outside. Yellow. Right around set. Go ahead, yellow.
On 4th down, here's Purdy.
That's to his running back, complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The 49ers with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Get set. Up.
Handoff here, Gurindo.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Second and 3 from the 9.
Yellow. Go ahead. On 18, watch out. Up.
Purdy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself.
And he's got it.
And 49ers are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Well, they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Yes, sir. Here we go. Here we go. On 18. Watch out. H-12, corner. Hot, hot.
Here's Galindo.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown.
Isaac Galindo
Punching it in from a yard away.
And the 49ers are an extra point away from drawing level. So, partner, was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well, because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25.
At their own 28-yard line.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here first and 10
at their own 28-yard line. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Tiger Hornet. No time set. On anyone else.
Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. Now he's loose down the left sideline. Devontae Smith.
And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown.
Devontae Smith.
71 yards. And the Eagles have taken the lead.
Well, if the plan is to come in here and go toe-to-toe with these guys, it certainly does not hurt if you hit them with a big shot along the way, too.
That's got to give them some confidence. And the other thing right now, it quiets this crowd, at least for the time being.
Yeah, that is what is called the intended consequence of their actions.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
Now that's how you start a drive. Not only do you pick up a first down, you do it on a chunk play. Big yardage, and now you put a little bit of a dent in the confidence of the defense.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter. 14-7. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Get set, get set.
Again, it's Guerendo. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, people say bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Here's Purdy.
And this is caught, Jennings. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
He's one of the bigger receivers in the game, CD, and his size that time certainly helped against double coverage.
Yeah, you're still at a little bit of a disadvantage when you're going against multiple defenders when they're trying to double you and sometimes triple you. But you're exactly right. With his build, he could minimize that disadvantage, and he more than held his own and hauled that one in right there.
That's complete. It's Kyle Juszczyk. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards.
You're not. Yellow. 21.
Purdy looking to throw.
Wide open receiver complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal.
Now Purdy, he's going to change the look here.
We go, boy.
Here's Guerendo on 1st down.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
The Eagles' 6-yard line.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Yellow. Yellow.
Purdy from the gun. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
This will be play number 8 on the drive. It's 3rd and goal. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside. A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal.
Get set, get set. Here we go, here we go.
Throwing here, Purdy. He'll try and do this himself.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
Yellow. Yellow. Here we go, here we go. Yep. Go ahead. Go ahead. Yellow. Up.
Out of the gun, Purdy.
As he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. They'll throw now on the final play. That's going to be caught. And he's going to be brought down, but the double pass worked to perfection. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. From the gun, it's Hurts. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson. And down inside the 15 he goes. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
That's another Eagles first down. A gain of 15.
Now Hurts looking to change the play. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
From the 4, this is 2nd down and 1.
Again, it's Barkley. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. CD, put on your OC cap here. What do? 2nd and 1, you get stuffed. Now 3rd and 1.
You know, in the old days, I would have said we're going to line up and we're going to run the same darn play and we're going to get it right. But nowadays, as tough as defenses are, I want some mobility. I want some movement, putting the ball in the hands of my quarterback and giving him a run-pass option.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. On the sneak, it's Hurts.
He is going nowhere as he is enveloped behind the line. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down.
Alpha, alpha, alpha.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal.
And that's a drive that makes everyone happy on that bench because they accomplish exactly what they set out to do. Take care of the football, eat up a little clock, end up in the end zone. Now they've got a cushion for the rest of the game, so they didn't just help themselves offensively, they helped their defense out as well.
Elliott good with a PAT, and it's now 21-7.
Jake Elliott to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
This will be fielded in the end zone, but he'll decide against bringing it out, so they'll take over at the 30.
35-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't want to get to a 4th down opportunity. They just want to make sure they get it done within the parameters that they've set for themselves. Run their offense, get it into the end zone. Yeah, I think a little bit of determination and a dash of anger.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
At this point in the game, in the situation they're in, partner, these incompletions that we're seeing, they need to turn into positive snaps, and soon.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
This yellow. Yellow. Yeah, yellow.
Purdy will set up to throw it here. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. That's complete to Pearsall.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
You see Purdy, he's going to shift him around.
On play action, they'll throw. Connects with Kittle underneath. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT.
Man open left side is Brown.
Down the left sideline. How about this?